Put on me last one. 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 Shove it up, Uranus. Shove it up, Uranus. I'm just doing a test anyway, really. I didn't expect many of you to turn up. We've all got stuff to do on a Thursday night, haven't you? Sorry, I'm just putting a t-shirt on before I reveal myself because, I've got teenage girls' nipples. And they were a fucking male PE teacher that told me that. When I were at school, I had teenage girl nipples. Gay Bowie, we used to call him. Don't know if he were gay or what. He were in rugby team, so probably might have been. Chris O'Rourke, all right, Jason. Chris Partridge, he's a smooth operator. Welsh, good evening to you as well, and to Welsh Dave. If you can share it about a bit, I'm just here, let me get rid of this shit. That means you can't see me. There we go. Yeah. If you I'll spread it about a bit. I'm just doing, because you know what they said. I've been having problems with this fucker, and it keeps coming up and saying, "Oh, you've got bad Wi-Fi," and all. Even though it's worked for like a year, and done same job, fucking same thing. So I've now I rung sorry, I didn't. I sent him an email. I said, "What the fucking hell's going off?" And this new company that's bought them over. This is since these have bought them. StreamYard. This company is called Howcast, which I don't think can deal with it. So anyway, they said one of the problems is to plug in. Best one of the solutions is to plug in straight from your router, directly into the LAN or whatever the fuck that is. It's a fucking white thing that goes, and then everything should be okay. So look at my, I'm having it tomorrow. I'm having a proper scrape. I'm having a proper scrape round here. Oh, that itches. That itches. Good evening to you, Bandit Buster. Yeah, like I said, I'm doing this little thing. I've got a story I wanted to tell you, but I were hoping that a few more people might pop up first before I tell this story, because I'm going to have to tell it again. Yeah, local area network, LAN. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, well, I've got that stuck in now, so hopefully. But I wanted. I was hoping that Webby might be about or something, because I heard somebody said something to me today, right? And I thought, oh my God, I wish Webby were just here. Just instead of me, I wish Webby were here. And the person who knocked on my door was following up on Census, because we're not doing Census. I won't do it. So was following up on Census, and he said, so he gave me, he was talking to me, and he said, I said, look, I'm not going to give you a name. And he says, okay, it's no problem. I said, anyway, what he says, you're liable to get £1,000 fine. Now there's the bloke, there were two of them together, right? I think one of them had got like long grey hair with a thing at back, a ponytail, long ponytail at back, and he was dressed like he was sort of, a hippie, sort of one of people, someone who would understand what I was talking about. Anyway, the guy, he goes, he said, it's the law. I said, what's the law? He says, the Census Act, 1920, something or other. I says, that's an act of parliament. That's legislation. That's not law. He says, well, yeah, well, it is. I says, no, it's not. He says, it is. I said, no, it's not. Not unless I consent. We're governed by consent. Ah, he says, no, that's what you think. So I said, no, but that's the principles is we're policed by consent. We're governed by consent. No, and I said, well, you're not really here. I said, the only law I'll understand is common law. If somebody bit of drag like will you move on to it? Blurs you a little bit. Just information for you. Evening on. Thank you very much, me coffee. I'm gonna get fucking mardy with him because they're doing me head in. Yeah, so this I said, look, the only law I understand is common law, loss, harm, or loss, harm, or hurting somebody, or fucking. That's all I bothered about. He says, that's all I'm not bothered about your statutes and acts, because they don't work unless I consent to them. That's why you need my name. He said, well, no. He says, I don't need your name. They'll get you. And I said, well, what do you mean they'll get me? Someone's going to get me, pin me down and make me give them a name. Of course they're not going to do that. I said, look, state to me. He says, well, I said, look, the only law I am concerned with is either common law or natural law. Now, common law is loss, harm, or fucking harm, loss, or what is it? Death, loss, or harm? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, so I said to him, loss, harm, or fucking. God, AD used to say it all the time. Anyway, I said, that's all. And he said, these are his words to me, right? There is no such thing as common law. And there's no such thing as natural law. I said, well, for a start, I'll tell you what, why don't you lay back so you're falling, and then when you get to a point, decide, a decent point, just before you hit ground, decide that you're going to break that law and not hit ground. You can't do that. Same harm, loss, or mischievous contract. Yes, and this guy's, like I said, there were two of them. One of them, we had a good chat, actually. We're interesting to talk with him. And he said, the words he said to me, he said, are you going to give me a name? I said, no. He said, are you willing to have an interview under caution? I said, no. And he said, what else did he say? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I said something else as well. But it was just so stupid. Just so daft. And I said, look, this census, it don't matter. What does it matter? You've got people fucking starving. Your wages could be spent on them. And then you could be given some fucking just the contract, the companies that there were. That's what I said. Oh, that's another thing I said to him as well. I said, well, you're government funded, so you're bound to be on their side. You're not on the side of anybody who's giving you any reason not to give you the set. You're government backed. And he said, no. We're an independent organisation, the Office for National Statistics, the ONS. Yes, the ONS. I said, who pays for the ONS? And he said, the government. And I said, no, wrong again. I said, we fucking pay for it, because governments don't have money. They're just custodians of the wealth of this nation. And then he starts to say to me, well, money's not real anyway, it's just printed. Government just print it. I says, well, yeah, of course they just print it. I know all about fractional reserve banking. I says, but do you know why they print it? There's no value behind it. It's just a piece of paper. The only value behind it is our labour. And our, going forward, our labour going forward. That's the only thing that keeps the pound propped up. If it all went on strike, it'd fucking fall down like feather. We'd probably have fucking hyperinflation as usual. But something needs to happen, doesn't it? Something needs to happen. These people come and knock on my door. And do you know what? They had a knock that the dog missed. The dog did. Danielle heard the knock and thought, well, I'll get the dog. And because the dog didn't react straight away, so she went, come on, doggy, let's go and play with ball outside. And they went outside and shut all that. And I was talking to him for about 10 minutes. And I said, oh, it's not your fault. I know you're just doing a job. But, just put me down as not applicable. I fucking come from Mars. Jesus Christ. The only reason, Chris Partridge says, the only reason we're in the position we're in now is because too many people have consented to nonsense. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. I've copied that. And if anyone wants to come on and just have a quick chat, we'll see what it's like with 2 people or 3 people. Thomas Tierney, hi to you as well. We're going live tonight. I'm just doing just testing it because they said plug in the local, whatever the little LAN, and it should be okay. So as long as it's okay, as long as it's good, anybody turns up, it's an extension, I think. I've still not got all the super leads, and I'm fucking really, really, really fucking worried about him. I've left him a couple of messages. I'm phoning him every day. I'm phoning him in the morning. I'm phoning him at night. At least the times when I think he might be awake. But it's just going. It's not even ringing. It's just as if the phone's off, and that's been quite a while. So. Anybody knows more than me, please let me know, because I really am concerned about him. I really am. I did. When he confided some things into me, I did say to him that, just put something in place so that I'll know when, if anything happens to you. So, not heard out. No news is good news. Hopefully he's in rehab. What do you think about the fans at the England match booing? Well, I think they're great. I think it's up to them if they want to boo. Boo. They talk about sport in politics, politics in sport. There should never be any politics in sport, and it's just outrageous. I remember when England played Ireland, and they were talking about before. When England they had a game, didn't they? They had a game in Ireland and it was called off because of some England thugs, fucking as usual, for whatever reason. But it got called off, and then they talk about the Protestant and Catholic and the divides and things like that, and then they say. Right, okay, as teams are coming out, they say, okay, right, that's it. No time, there's no place for politics in sport. We now just talk about the sport. And then fucking next minute, they're kneeling down for some dead dude who let's face it, the world is I'm not, this is not, from what I've heard, from what his record said, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then you get all these stupid fucking Twitter things and stupid fucking... Yeah, Lansdowne Road, that were it. Chris O'Rourke, yeah. Fucking disgraceful by England fans. Fucking disgraceful. Galaxy and Leeds has got a missus. Look, I'll tell you what I've done over the last few days. I've Googled him. I've checked all. I know where he lives. I know not exactly where. Well, I do know the road. So I've been looking in obituaries. I've been looking in. I know that sounds a bit morbid and everything, but I'm just getting worried that I can't get over. It's unusual that I can't get over him. I'm open and praying he's gone back into rehab. So no sport, no politics in sport unless it's 2020. Then we'll push the multiple political genders, including Black Lives Matter and NHS. Which Black Lives Matter is just a waste of time. It's just a complete and utter fucking waste of time. If you don't know that, somebody telling you that and rubbing it in your face, and this is why the England fans booed when people took the knee, because it's gone on all season. They've booed. They've been booing at home. The collective boos in the stadium is because they don't want this. This is not in football. This has nothing to do with football at all. It's nothing to do with race. It's to do with people fucking abusing power like that copper did. It's just fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy that, fucking what did Southgate say? Oh, this is something. On Facebook, there's this, I was scrolling through it today, and there's this 60s, 70s and 80s football page. And somebody had posted up, because they do post up-to-date stuff as well. Somebody had posted up this Guardian thing saying Gareth Southgate feels bitter, and he felt like the crowd were booing the black players. And I thought, and I actually wrote in comments, fuck me, another victim. We've got another fucking victim. Black Lives Matter is divisive, and it shouldn't be in football. There's no room for anything political in football. It's like just like that. I looked about 2 minutes later, and it's got like 30 fucking likes and all this sort of shit. And then it disappeared. It just disappeared. It went. I can't get it anymore. Fucking tossers. People are just fucking tossers. Black Lives Matter. The best way to eliminate racism is to label and separate people into different races. Yeah, that's it. I mean, if you look at the word race, it conjures up a competition, doesn't it? Sounds like a competition, Race. COVID has caused these arguments about Black Lives Matter. Okay. Hi, how are you doing, Brian Clare? And to you, mate. Yeah. Fucking kneeling down before a football match. I mean, you kneel in church, don't you, before, Pope. If you're a Catholic, you'll kneel before vicar or Pope. You won't fucking kneel before, just for the sake of it. I mean, how many fucking knee injuries do you think there's been this season due to that? Going down on your knee and then getting up when you've not really warmed up properly. Oh, fucking hell, twinged knee. There you go. How many points have been lost through getting down on the knee? I'd like to know. I'd like somebody to do an in-depth examination of that, because I think this is preposterous. Preposterous. Zod. I've not got that thing's not come up anyway. Hats off to the Crystal Palace player who started refusing to do it. Yeah, they were. Well, the thing is when England played their last game, not their last game, so that were on last night. I actually turned telly over accidentally onto ITV just to end the game. So I missed that one. I'm not fucking bothered. Fucking Austria. Then we got this shit coming up. Yeah, there's quite a few that have refused. And that's your right. You know, people they want to cancel you. They want to say, right, how can you are not allowed? You did not kneel before us, so you must be cast aside with the rest into the pit of hell. That is fucking. I'm a celebrity. Get out. Get me out of here. And shit like fucking Celebrity Love Island. That's where you're cast. That is where you're fucking cast. Say, oh, fucking no. I saw, I'll tell you what I did see. I watched a YouTube video. And it had, it were about a gamer who were on one of these gaming, I think it was Twitch actually. And he got up such a following. He got up quite a big following, but a lot of people wondered why he was in a wheelchair all the time, right? So he sort of said, well, you know, I'm in a wheelchair and I can't walk, I'm paraplegic and what have you, and explained to people. And people then started donating to him, right? People started donating to him. He wanted $2,000 for a new push chair. I mean, I can get one. If I ring up and say I think my wheelchair needs a service, they'll just say it's knackered and fucking give me another one. So why he wanted to? He's an American geezer, so I suppose it probably does cost money. But he was outed when he forgot to do something which turns your camera off and puts up like a different display. Forgot to do that and then fucking stood up and walked off to one side. It was fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Stood up and I thought to myself, I showed it to my missus and she says, I don't know what it is, but I'm absolutely fucking furious. I said, I don't matter. Fucking what, you know, he's a twat. He's obviously a cunt, needs help. Had no problems at all. He was just going on the old, what's it? I'm handicapped. The sympathy money. Fucking tosser. Oh, bollocks. I've got something in fucking one of the remaining teeth. But just to prove to you, I'm not making it up. Look, that's my stump. It's ugly fucker, isn't it? Oh. So I'm not putting it on, but I'm not asking for your money either. Oh, it's fucking get. Spanish Chicky says, throw your TV out the window for fuck's sake. Yeah, but then I'd have to talk to the wife. Spanish Chicken says, Little Britain, lol. Little Britain? Dalla Lapa says, evening one and evening all. Oh, you can't go to... I hope you've not booked an holiday to Portugal. Fuck's sake. Can't go to Portugal now. It's amber. So what's that going to mean? It's just fucking chaos, isn't it? All over the world. It's chaos. It's like we're allowing this chaos. We've let these kids. It is. It's like a bunch of kids. If they could impose rules on adults, but the adults really aren't adults because they've never got past adolescence. So because they've been kept in a contained state of adolescence from when they get to the age where puberty hits. It's it's adolescence. It's always there. Most people never get past it. All they do is they're doing the same thing. Is they're going to football match, they're banging beers and drinking it into the 50s, and then they don't grow up. People don't grow up, and this is why we're in this place. These people don't grow up. Oh, and of course, because here we go. And of course, because common law doesn't exist anymore. Never felt the need to visit the land of pork and cheese. What's that one? Germany, is it? Along with the Soviet Union. Well, it's right, isn't it? So, do you think we're getting out on 21st? Not a fucking chance. I even said that to them today. I said, there's no chance. To them census people, no chance. There's no chance of coming out on 21st. We're coming out of lockdown. No chance. Something else will come along. Whether it's zombie virus is spreading fast. Yeah, they're all there. They're all at it. Nobody's taking any notice. All these reports of adverse reactions to the inoculation. Gordon Honeycomb is still alive. Thanks for that. I'll pop that in the diary. Some big coming me thinks, oh, that's what I meant to say. I need to find it. Fucking hell. If I go on fucking... Anyway. It'd take me an age to find it, but you can find it yourself. I said quite a while back, and I've said it again since, I've said they'll give us something back. There'll be a cure. There'll be a cure for something, some sort of cancer. Now, it'll probably be a cancer that's either affects one gender or the other in that way that they can divide people up, right? I'd said that. I said they're going to give us, this is what they'll do. They'll give us a cure for a cancer and not the breast cancer, because that's just too much fucking, makes too much money. So it'll be a different fucking cancer, right? Yesterday I read that there's been a breakthrough and medics have got a cancer, something that a substance that attacks the cancer cells but leaves the other cells okay in certain parts of the body. So I'm just like fucking the Dalai Lama if he tells future. But if you look back on my thing, you'll hear me say, I've said it before. And I'm saying it now, and that's Mystic Jace. God, I hate these glasses. I look stupid. I'm going to have to do something with lighting. What we're going to do is we're going to get green screen and wrap it around my head, right, and then get a picture of a great big picture of a fucking great big fat arse, and then like I'll just have my head talking out of it. I thought that would be. I thought that might be funny. I thought I'd do it tonight, but I didn't have enough time by the time I come upstairs. Like and share, Jason GC Math. I don't know enough about it. I can't comment on it because I don't know enough about it. Thomas Tierney says that he thinks the UFOs are spreading their germs. You're wrong, Jason, says Paul Williams. Everything will be back to normal this month. I hope not. I hope they carry on, because once they fucking go, it's going to go. It's going to go. And I don't want back to the old normal. It will wank. It kept creeping into this normal. We were fucking halfway into this new normal by the time we'd fucking started thinking about a new normal. Fucking no chance. It's not coming back. If you think it is, then that's fine. That's your opinion. My opinion is it's not. Jason, I'm fucking about. Sorry. Oh dear. I think it was you're wrong, and you know the your is spelt wrong as well, which is yeah. It's important the reset does not take place, and I don't know what this fucking reset's supposed to be. I mean, back to nothing. Everyone's back to nothing apart from you've got your great big fucking mansion, and we've got a 3-bedroom house. I mean, what's the reset? What's it going to reset? I know they've been talking about a universal income, but as far as I know, I mean, someone tried to shoot you, Paul. Who was that? Anybody you know? Was it Mark Steele? Mark Steele trying to shoot you in the head. Well, you know, you're really doing well in chat room tonight. If you want to come on, you know, I'm just sat here, just looking at reading what's going on across the economy and bringing universal income. That seems like a proper. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm thinking and talking about here. This is thinking outside the box. Start a GoFundMe for an elite SWAT team to put these bankers to sleep. Ninjas. Now, can you imagine that? Everybody wants to see a ninja, don't they? A real ninja. And you can just say, look, everybody who donates, we're going to tell you where it's going to happen and when, and you can watch. And you'd fucking get millions, wouldn't you? If you were fucking downing these bankers and fucking politicians. Of course, this is just my own opinion. I'm not giving political guidance, nor medical guidance, which I don't think I have tonight at all. Anyway, I follow UK column for news on GCMAF. I've heard of GCMAF. I've heard of GCMAF, but I don't know enough about it. I just don't know enough about it. You know, there's so much shit going on. Well, I've heard of GCMAF.
Hello.
Hello. GCMAF, but I don't know enough about it. Turn me down. I just don't know enough about it. You know, there's so much shit going on. Well, I've heard of GCMAF.
Hello.
Hello. GCMAF, but I don't know enough about it.
Have I got a mute?
Turn me down. I just don't know enough about it. You know, there's so much Turn me down. Fucking hell. Yeah, what is wrong with this? Just turn me off. Press off on YouTube. You know, there's so much Had this fucking clown on before, haven't we? All he has to do is turn off his fucking YouTube. Turn your YouTube off that you've been listening to. Turn that off, and then the thing that you're looking at now, then you'll be able to see the.
Hello.
Hello.
Right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Fuck yeah, I know. I hope you are. You've ruined me entire show. What am I going to do?
Yeah, I was.
What's on your mind, mate?
Yeah, do you want me to tell you a story?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you could get a little bit closer to your mic and tell it, that would be a lot better.
Right. Better?
Yeah, a bit better, yeah.
Better?
Go on, you'll be all right at that.
Right. Yeah, no, I was talking to some two old people outside Argos, and I went up to them and I said, you had the vaccine? They said, yeah. Well, first of all, what it was, I was in the car park. I was shopping with the missus, and a couple of days ago, and up in the sky, it was a blue sky early in the morning, and the sky was just a mess with like chemtrails. I dare to say it. I don't know what it is, but it's a mess, right? I don't know. I don't think it's like normal, but that's another story. Anyway, I bumped into these two old blokes, and I said, "Have you had your vaccine?" They said, "Yeah." The bloke said, "Oh." I said, "You sure it's safe?" And this bloke in his scooter, he said, "Oh, I bet you think the world is square or something." I said, "No, I don't." And you hear me?
I don't know what fucking shape it is. What do
Yeah,
you think
me
it is?
too. Me too. I don't believe what they've been telling me anyway. So, because they're lying all the time about everything. So, anyway, then he went. I said, "Is the vaccine safe?" He's like, "Yeah." And I thought, "Oh yeah, what? It's been out for 5 months or whatever it is." And then he said, "Oh, you're one of these, are you?" But that's when he said, actually, he said, the Earth's square, is it? You think the Earth's square?" I said, "No." He's like, anyway, he said, "I've got every right to shoot you," he said, right? So with that, he put his hand inside his jacket to get a gun out, right?
Who are we talking about here? Some old geezer.
Some old bloke in one of them mobility scooter things.
Right, so he's threatening to pull out a shooter and shoot you.
Yeah, yeah. He's got his hand inside. So with that, he puts his hand inside his jacket. He's got his hand in his jacket, fumbling about, like, right? Now, for all I know, he's going to get a gun out, right? So I didn't know what to do. I just stood there, like, and I thought, well, there he goes. What can I do? I don't know if he's going to get a gun out or what. So I got to wait and see first. So I stood there, and anyway, he pulls his hand out, and there's nothing in his hand, like, after about 3 minutes. Then
so he put his hand in his thing for 3 minutes, and you stood there and allowed this. I mean, why didn't you just walk off?
Walk off?
Yeah, walk away. He's not going to fucking shoot you. He's an old bloke on a fucking spaz chariot. He's got his hand in his fucking in his coat as if he's going to pull something out. If it takes 3 minutes. I mean, after fucking 30 seconds, I'd have gone, well, if you're not going to fucking shoot me, I'm going.
Well, I just stood there and I thought, well, I'm here now, so I'm just going to stand here anyway. Anyway, do you know what I mean? I just thought to myself, I'm not letting you. I'm not going to fucking walk off. I'm just going to stand there and let's see what happens. So then he started. He swore or something and drove off. He tried to run me over. He drove towards me like on the scooter thing, like, right. So. Yeah. I let him whiz off, like, and there's this old bloke who's with him, and I said, "Did you see that? Did you see that? What that bloke said?" And he's like, "You don't even know what I'm talking about." He's like, "What? Talking a load of gibberish shit." And I thought, I've carried on. So I said, "Have you had the vaccine?" He's just fucking waffling on. This bloke looks just like a normal, and I'm thinking, what is wrong with this person? Like, you know what I mean? Has he had a vaccine? He's done something to him. He didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
So why did you ask him if he'd had a vaccine?
Why? Because I'm a nosy cunt.
Right. No, so you've gone to somebody and asked them something which is pretty personal. It's the medical, history, and you're wondering why this guy's got a bit pissed off with you and chased you away on his notability scooter. Because if I'd have put my hand in, there would have been a shooter coming out, and you'd have gone over. You'd have had a cap in your ass.
I'm a bit dopey like that. I'm a bit silly in a way. I get what you mean. I am a bit silly, but I'm like a bit old school, I believe, because I just still like to talk to people, right? And
everybody likes to do that, but you don't want to inquire on something as personal as the medical history, do you?
Yeah, but it's not medical history. I wasn't exactly sort of saying like, if you ever had a fucking ingrowing toenail or something. I mean,
you asked him if he'd been vaccinated. You just went on, and in your own words, because you're a nosy cunt, you asked him if he'd been vaccinated. Have you got gloves on?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Have I thought? He did. He had fucking yellow things on.
Well, I thought, what's that blue thing that keeps coming in front of camera?
Fuck knows. I don't know. It's me scratching my nose, but... Oh, right. That.
You've got gloves on then, haven't you?
No, I ain't got any fucking gloves on. I don't wear gloves or nothing. None of that shit. But anyway, I was just talking to the bloke. I do. I just like to go up to people and see what. I mean, if you don't go up to talk to people, I don't just actually purposely go up. I walked past them. I didn't go out my way. I was walking past, and I just said something because this is what people just don't talk to each other anymore.
But there's times and there's what you don't just walk past somebody and then try and strike up a conversation if they're a complete stranger, because you're both going in opposite directions. You've both got things to do. Now, if you're in a queue for something, then you might strike up a conversation with somebody either in front of you or behind you, or a group or something. But just going up randomly, right, and trying to start. I know people don't talk to each other enough. But, you know, you're not going to get them to talk to each other enough by fucking scaring them into it. Fucking,
I'm being investigated.
Hang on a minute. Here comes fucking Roy Cropper walking down fucking road, you know, and he's going to try and start talking to me.
He was chatting to this bloke. I told you there was two old blokes. And the other bloke, when he shot off, he said he don't even know that bloke. So he obviously was chatting to him and he didn't even know him anyway. And then I come on the scene and none of them knew me. So we all didn't know each other. But anyway, I'm also being investigated by the CPS as well.
Right. What for?
Well, I went outside near me about 2 months ago. I went outside my local doctor's surgery place, and they were like queuing up for the vaccine, right? Now, don't ask me. I'm stupid, right? I get it now because I've learnt my lesson, right? But what happened was that I went up outside and I was going up on my own saying, like, are you sure the vaccine's safe and all this? I went out there 3 times. And then the 3rd time, they couldn't get rid of me because I was on the public highway. I wasn't doing nothing wrong. They don't own the path. On the 3rd time, they thought, oh, we got to get rid of this geezer. So the doctor come right into my face. I said, back off a bit, because I didn't want to snog him, right? I said, back off, use the COVID thing, back off COVID and all that.
Hang on, where's this doctor come from?
He's just come out of the surgery, right? He's acting as a security guard, right?
A doctor?
A doctor, yeah, right. Come out in me face. He's like, you better go. We own this footpath and all this. I said, no, you don't. I said, anyway, I was getting so much shit, even from the people in the queue, mind, right? They were threatening me as well. Like, F off. They don't want to know the truth, right? I tried to spell it out to them, right? I mean, this was before all this vaccine stuff started kicking in and lots of adverse effects, etc. But I was saying, well, are you sure it's safe? Oh, yeah, it's perfectly safe. So I thought, fair enough then. And I tried, tried to say me bit. And obviously, it was a waste of time. And why do I even bother? I don't know. I just got a conscience, right? Or whatever. Anyway, I was threatened a couple of times. This 3rd occasion, anyway, they thought, oh, here he is again, sort of thing. We'll send the doctor out. So the doctor would come in my face. I said, I'm going now anyway. Or we'll ring the police. I said, if you ring the police, they're not going to do anything. I'm not breaking the law. So then I went. Anyway, I went up there on the 4th time then. Well, there again. Massive great queue again outside, line of sheep. And sort of all of a sudden, the police turned up. They said, right, you're under suspicion of whatever, alleged flipping. There's an alleged assault, right?
Okay.
I said, what's that then? Oh, you'll have to come in and make a statement. I didn't know what it was about first. You coughed or something. So I coughed. Goes into the police station. The coppers turned around and said, well, there's an allegation and witnesses that you coughed in the doctor's face and said you had COVID and the doctor needs a test, right? There's another witness there says that I was coughing at everybody, right, in their faces as I walked off, right? This is unreal. So now they're investigating. Right? If anything happened, I got threatened. This is the only thing that happened up there. I got threatened, but they don't want to talk about that, right? 2 blokes in the queue threatened to knock me out.
Right, okay.
There was no coughing, right?
I've just coughed.
I know you did, but there was no coughing on my part, right? It's all bullshit.
Right, okay.
Have you ever known?
Listen to me, right? Why not For me, you sound a little bit misanthropic, right? And you're not able to deal with decisions other people make if you think that they're wrong, right?
They're wrong. What? So they're not wrong then for accusing
So
me?
no, I'm not saying that they're not wrong. I'm saying that you're not able to allow those
someone's
people,
mind.
allow those people to make their own minds up.
Yeah, I know that, Jason. I know it now because I don't care now. I've got my proof that they don't want help. I can't change their mind. They've made up their mind, and all I'm going to do is get myself in the shit. I know that. I ain't totally wonky, right?
Well,
I don't need a lesson,
relief,
right? Eh?
So that's a relief.
Yeah, I'm not totally shot away. I do know I've got my fucking all my sort of nuts and bolts. I ain't got a screw loose. You know what I mean? I'm just annoyed, right, about all this nonsense.
Yes, we all are.
Yeah,
we all are. We're all.
And when I go shopping,
but I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not going to change anybody's mind.
Yeah, I realise that as well now.
My dad, right at the very beginning of this, when COVID first emerged in March 2020, my dad said to me, what do you make of this COVID? I said, Dad, it's going to be a load of fucking bollocks. I said, there's going to be offering you a vaccine. Whatever you do, don't fucking take it. And they both took it because they want to go on holiday. So what's fucking... So I think if my own mum and dad aren't even going to listen to me, they've asked me about it beforehand, and I've said I've told them what's going to happen, and it's happened, and they fucking took it. So if I can't make I can't make them see, then I'm live and let live. If people want to queue up and take it, let them queue up and take it. It's up to them. It's their body. But I don't want anybody coming around here and saying to me, you should take it. I mean, I got offered it right at the very beginning. I got offered vaccine because
I've been offered it as well.
And she said the nurse actually said that she was like, I know you don't do vaccines, but I've got to ask you, sort of thing. And I said, no, answer. And she said, yeah, fine. So she took me off list. So, that my doctors know, everybody knows that I don't do vaccines. I've fucking lived through tons of shit that could have fucking killed me at any point.
You wear a mask when you go in a shop then?
No, do I fuck?
No,
fucking bollocks to that. Wear a fucking mask. I wear a mask, I'll rob the cunt. If I wore a mask,
what about the green thing?
And fucking 40 fags.
What about the shitty green thing?
The what?
The shitty green thing, what they'd have put around their necks.
I don't know. I heard of that.
Yeah.
They're just marking the sends, aren't they? They've just been marked.
Yeah. I don't do that neither. But what bugs me when I go in the shop, I mean, every single person where I live are in the shops with the mask on, and I'm like, the horrible person, I mean, and they're all looking at you like you're this like criminal, and it gets me really annoyed. I just think to myself, I don't care. You know what I mean? But why have I got to feel like that? Why have I got to be? I'm just doing normal things, right?
Yeah. Well,
I'm just going in the shop.
I mean, just look. He's fucking hell. I'm going to say. When I go out, I'm on my scooter. Nobody questions me anyway, right? Because it's obvious. I want to go one way.
In that scooter, you look like you're flipping an essential, what do you call it? Person that don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, I'm exempt. I don't have to wear a mask. A lot of people have been getting bacterial chest infections, from wearing a mask. I know a lot of kids. I've read about effect it's got on a lot of kids.
They all think
Let me just read these out for a minute. COVID. Barry Truth says, "Aid Hardy, get on here again, please." All right. Well, I'll do my best. You mean the green exemption lanyard? I think that's what you were talking about, weren't it? Yeah, the green thing around your neck. Yeah, you don't. I don't wear all that. I just, if they said out to me, I'd say it's none of your business. And then, you know, if they don't want my money, then turn it away.
I'm banned from a few shops as well.
That don't surprise me.
Oh, fuck it, innit? I ain't fucking me, and that's it. I'm me.
Well, you can't be anybody else, can you?
Now, I come to this place. I'll come here the fucking same way as I went, natural. No, I'll go the same way as I came here. You know what I mean? Fuck with a fucking mask and their shitty injection, right? A fucking injection. All these dopey cunts getting an injection just so that they can get in McDonald's or something, right? Or go on holiday.
Yeah. Or
go
to Alton Tower.
Reason? It used to be you had a vaccine so you didn't have to catch something. Now it's to go on holiday.
I'll tell you what, this one might get
banned.
White. I've got a green lanyard, says Dalai Lama. Done off right up your crack.
Green lanyard. My missus wears one, but I don't blame her because she don't want any confrontation.
No, and I don't.
Yeah, but I can't do that. That's like fucking the Jews in Nazi Germany, man.
Yeah. I completely agree with you.
And is it coming? I was mucking about when I said it's getting back to normal. All these normies, whatever, the sheep, they think it is. It's all getting better, right? It's all going to be back to normal soon.
Yeah, Alan, Vicar. Sorry, I've got a bit throbbing me through it. Alan McVicker, be as well shouting at the brick wall than tell people what you know. Yeah, we all learned that the hard way. We get labelled the loony, so fuck it. Yeah, let them find out themselves. You can lay eggs, and if they pick them up, you know, they pick them up. But if they don't, they don't. There's no point. There is absolutely no point.
Yeah, but the trouble is they'll drag us all down with them.
But they won't. They'll all wake up before it's too fucking late.
Well, I've got to. I mean, I can't wait for them to drop off, and then we'll be right then, won't we? They start dropping like flies. We'll all be right. They'll be coming up to us then.
I don't wish that, you see, because I know a lot of people that have been vaccinated.
I know this is a
I don't want that to. I don't want that for anybody. It's just that people have to. They make their own decisions, and they have to stand by them.
Yeah,
and they have to. You know,
they're not aware of propaganda. They think propaganda only exists in Germany in 1940, whatever.
Yeah, Goebbels. I was watching a thing about him today.
Yeah, it don't happen in UK. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not propaganda here. It's media. 350 people in London protesting anti-vaxxers when there's a fucking million people on streets in London.
I know.
You know, these are the people. You know, where we're going for Parliament and all that. These are the people that we need to be taking down. These are the people, you know, properly taking them down.
Have you heard?
You know, when all these coups go on, right? They always take over the television stations, don't they? That's the first thing they do, because that is the way to get fucking rid of the government. People will fucking, if you can get hold of BBC or something like that. I'm going to get a visit for this, but you know, that's what happens. We need a revolution. We can't be fucking doing with this bullshit that we've fucking got ourselves entangled in. It's a web of if you're if you're a normal person that just don't know anything, you're in a fucking web of these things that you need to take care of. You know, your council tax, your car tax, and your car insurance, your car payment, your house mortgage payment, and all these things, and all these wires are like a spider's web that are all together. And then as soon as they lose the job, boom, that fucking spider's web's right in on them, and they're flying it. And then along comes the spider, fucking eats you up.
They're jumping off the bridges near me. Fucking people jumping off the bridges, man.
Where's that Clifton Bridge?
Yeah, down there they're doing it. Yeah, but near me, I'm a bit further out than that. But they're doing it down there. They did make out in the papers they fell off. They accidentally fell off.
Because that's what you do, innit? I mean, it's at least it's above your waist height, fucking railing. So falling off is impossible.
Must have been fucking about playing up there.
But if they're fucking about playing up there, they'll fucking chuck the tens off.
I know they have.
And fucking
fell off.
Terrible. It's just fucking terrible. Terrible.
They don't talk about it. They don't talk about all the suicides, do they? They're meant to be bringing. They're on about fucking Fauci and all these people going to be brought to justice. That's a load of bullshit.
Well, I don't know. It's something I can't speculate on because I don't really take much notice. I don't even know who this fucking Fauci cunt is. It's some sort of a American sort of thing that did things and told people things that weren't true. And so now he's looking at if they actually do him. He's looking at being hung, drawn, and quartered, isn't it?
What the people who's going to fucking do him are bent as fuck.
Well, next meme will be Fauci didn't kill himself.
Yeah.
Magnets. I've seen something about magnets and people becoming magnetic. Magnetic. You what?
I reckon that magnet thing's bullshit. It could be just a thing to get truthers looking silly.
Okay.
All these vaccinated people went and done this this on Facebook and all this, right? They done their test and then doing it on. Why would a vaccinated person be doing that anyway? Showing a magnet sticking. I mean, they're like, they're asleep, right? So why would they be doing that? I mean,
I don't know why they do anything that they do. I don't know why they do any of it. I don't know why. It's fucking ridiculous. It's as if we've got this fucking New World Order mapped out in front of us with certain dates that are all fucking coagulate together at some point. And
you're scraping the barrel tonight, and it usually cut me off by now.
Oh no! Well, listen, I weren't even going to do a show tonight, so I was just testing.
I thought you were a bit rare. You were on a Thursday night.
Aye, a Thursday night. Me handsome. Come on, say something that a pirate had said.
A pirate?
Yeah.
Shiver me timbers.
Hey, there you go. We got a proper pirate here on Raconteurs News.
I'm a farmer.
Well, you might be a farmer, but you're a pirate, really, though, aren't you?
I got expelled from school.
Most pirates did.
No, I never. I can't understand it. See, how come a Dumbo like me, right, who got expelled from school, can see through this, and yet all these people that were so clever, and so like really good people or something, I don't know. They can't
remembering things.
Yeah.
Take them away from the things that they've been taught to remember, and they've got no fucking clue.
bit like Brexit, isn't it? Do you reckon this is? It's like keep like, oh yeah, we're leaving next month, and then of course, or 6 months time, and then when it comes closer, oh no, we can't go, we can't leave yet. We haven't got everything settled yet. Bit like that, or keep going. I think that was a sort of test, wasn't it? That was to see how stupid the public was. I think it's all been, eh?
Brexit were to see how stupid people were.
Well, yeah, we voted to leave and we never really left. I mean, people still think we've left now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't think we've left. We haven't left no EU. We're still, I mean, we don't really know what the EU is really. Like, because we you know, they don't tell us everything about what it really sort of, they just tell us like you won't be able to get like, you know, go through the border or something like without showing something or paying something. And that's Brexit, right? You know, the rest of it is like all sort of in place. So, you know what I mean? But don't you think Brexit was a bit of a piss take?
Well, yeah, of course it were. I mean,
But they all followed that.
Look, fucking Brexit, Jesus Christ, that seems so long ago. And I remember when it was the only thing on fucking table. Again, like now we've got COVID, it's the only thing on the table. There's no fucking ISIS have like decided that they don't want to catch a cold.
Where is ISIS? I know, yeah.
You know, ISIS, everybody. I mean, even there were even bombs and a couple of bombs in Ireland before all this shit started, and that stopped. And there's just no else.
You're a Trump believer, aren't you? He's coming back, isn't he, this year, and he's meant to be reinstated.
Oh, Gio. Spanish Chicken wants to know where you farmed.
Where's me farm?
No, where have you farmed?
I never fucking farmed anywhere. I ain't a farmer. I just sound like one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, so you ain't got a brand new combine harvester?
No, I tell you what, I done Christmas carol singing years ago, and the fucking lead singer of Wurzels answered the door, and I sung to him.
There you go. There's a claim to fame. So COVID-20 joined me tonight. He's done a bit of carol singing outside the door of the lead singer of the fucking Wurzels. How you know for him, I wouldn't fucking know.
It wasn't Adge Cutler. He died, didn't he, in a car crash?
I fucking got a clue.
Adge Cutler, yeah. No, not he. The bloke that took over, I can't remember his name. It was he who answered the door.
There you go. That is just good.
What do you think of Mark Windows?
The what, sorry?
What do you think of Mark Windows?
Not very much.
He's your mate, isn't he?
No.
I'm joking. That John Overkill don't like him, do he?
Well, he don't like me, so.
What, Mark Windows?
Yeah.
He's a businessman. Celebrity,
I don't know what he is. He's a fucking idiot, anyway.
Ex-punk rocker, isn't he?
He's what?
Ex-punk rocker. He's a celeb, though, isn't he? He's a singer, isn't he?
I ain't got a fucking clue. I ain't got a clue what Mark Winders does. I know he's got that fucking... Whenever we were in touch, I've not been in touch with him for years. See, since we had to fucking tell him to go fuck himself when he didn't want me to have Tony Farrell on. And so we've not really spoke since then, but all I remember is he had this fucking really weird picture of himself with his fucking hair spiked all like that. Like he were you could hear centuries of incest just oozing into the live stream. How you know fucking pointing that at me, Nala Harper? Oh dear. So, what's your day-to-day life like?
What, mine?
Yeah.
Pissed up, smoking Squidgy Black all day long. Remember Squidgy Black?
Yeah, I remember Squidgy Black. Yeah.
Red Sill. Remember Red Sill, Gold Sill? Bet you can't remember that, can you?
No.
No, I give up smoking dope 30 years ago, man.
Oh, right, okay.
I used to smoke it all day, every day. And then I thought, I ain't going to end up like the geezer I'm getting it off of, because he was in his 40s and he's still doing it. And I was in my 20s, and I've smoked it for about 5 or 6 years for every day. Every day, just sitting about.
Right.
I just give it up. But it went and turned into Christmas pudding. 90s, it was sort of turned into Christmas pudding, didn't it? At the beginning of the 90s.
So I mean, you were smoking it every day, right?
Yeah, it was good gear. It was good. And then they changed it at the end of the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. It all went into Christmas pudding. Smelled awful, horrible stuff.
That's quite a bit of consumption if you're smoking it every day for like a number of years. Do you think that it had an impact on perhaps your personality?
Oh, yeah. Maybe a bit paranoid, yeah. Of course it does. That's what it does.
Right.
Why? Why'd you say that? What, do you think I'm nuts or something?
No, I don't. Listen, I don't. I really don't think you're nuts, right? I think you put yourself in situations where you don't need to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Right. So I'm trying to say to you, try to avoid them situations where you don't need to be. If there's a chance to walk away, walk away. Don't say anything to anybody as you're walking past them. You know, you're walking past somebody with a mask on and you're going wanker. You know, it's just not gonna do anything. You know.
You're right. I ain't gonna change jack shit. I ain't gonna change nothing. You're right. I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. But I just find it very frustrating, you know, because
It's not that you're not going to. I mean, there might be 1 in 1,000 people that says something to you, that you say something to, and they go and research it and go and look at it. But
yeah, I know what you mean.
The social, how it's affecting you socially and emotionally. It's going to have a big effect. So just walk away. It's the best way.
Trouble for me, isn't it? It's more aggro for me.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want more aggro, do you? Nobody wants more aggro.
No, I don't. I don't want no aggro. I do tend to be honest with you. I don't speak to everybody. I'll go to the shop. I don't speak to anybody. But the trouble is, they tend to get. It's weird. They like, you know what I mean. They treat you like horrible, don't they? I mean, I've had people, you know, when you're being served, they almost throw the grocery at you, you know, because you ain't got a mask on. We've had to tell them to slow down, you know, stop, can you throw? And then the next customer, you'll see them and they're like, oh, here you are, sir. Thank you very much, sir. 3 bags full, sir. You know what I mean? But me, or someone like me, it's like, get away from me. Get out the shop.
Well, so do it then. Get out of the shop.
We've got a shop somewhere.
Get out of the shop.
They're worse than the little shop.
If they've got a bad attitude with you, then fucking write to head office and say I walked in. I'm exempt from wearing a mask, and your cashier decided that she wanted nowhere near her and was visibly pointing me out in front of people, which made me paranoid.
I've done that already. I got assaulted in Tesco's by a worker, right?
Fucking hellfire! What's up with you? You got assaulted. How do you get assaulted? I've been in Tesco's loads of times. Never been assaulted.
This kiddie walked past me and bashed into the side of me, right? On purpose. I went to a complaint and they said, stop causing trouble or we get the police. And I complained about being assaulted. I said, there's a red mark on my arm. I said, you'll see it on the camera.
Did it matter that fucking much?
Well, yeah, I want to get done. Yeah.
Did it matter that much? With a red mark on your arm and it'll go. I'm assuming they didn't break your arm or anything like that.
It mattered to me.
Or are you now going to say that they did?
It mattered to me because you don't. What gives them the right? They're working for Tesco's.
But people are wankers.
Yeah, you got
So
it
what
right.
you know that, right? People are wankers. So when somebody's a wanker, then all you've got to do is not be a wanker back. Just
I had it
fucking
in Sports Direct as well.
it doesn't fucking matter, right? You pick your battles, man. For fuck's sake, it looks like you can't even go for a fucking cornet without coming back fucking in handcuffs.
Banned from Pang Stretcher as well.
How can you be banned from Pound Stretcher?
Well, only had 50p. No, I'll tell you what happened in Pound Stretcher. The woman was putting on the hand sanitizer every 2 seconds, right? And I said, look, excuse me, can you dry your hands before you get all that over my shopping? And she got all funny about it, right? And then next minute, the manager said, you're banned from the shop because of your attitude.
So you're banned from Poundland.
Bloke tried attacking me in Sports Direct.
Sports Direct, so you're banned from there.
No, I ain't banned from there. I nearly had an apology. I walked in Sports Direct with no mask on, and I overheard one of the workers, the staff, says, some people don't give a fucking shit, right? And I said, are you speaking about me? He's like, no. I thought, yeah, you are. Anyway, like you said, I opened me big trap again, right? And I shouldn't have. Well, maybe this is why I'm having a chat with you, look, see? Because you can give me some, what do you call it? Advice.
Just chill out.
You see?
If you can walk away from anything, just walk away. Don't make remarks to strangers. Like they find it creepy. It doesn't matter what you think that we should be communicating between each other. You should be, but they don't. In today's society, people find that creepy. You know, by all means, if you're in a queue or you know, there's a bunch of people, then perhaps try and crack up a conversation. But if you're not getting anywhere, just back off and just then talk about cricket or whatever. You know, it's just this innate need that you seem to have for confrontation.
Do you know? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Do you know though? I just get so annoyed. It's like everyone's going around. They got the mask on, and you know they're all getting these injections, and you think to yourself, this is like 99% recovery rate. You know, I mean, and what's everybody doing? You know, it's frustrating. It's just that you're living in this like crazy world. I mean, the world is just, I mean, okay, it was a bit crazy anyway, but I mean, it's just gone full retard. Isn't it? These people wearing a mask, you see them, loads of people in the shop, they think they're like safe, like, because they got this nappy on their face. You know, they're not going to catch nothing. They're not. And I went in B&Q today, and it was just awful. It was coming over the radio, keep you safe. Of course they do. They love me. They want to keep me nice and safe, right? Isn't it brilliant? That William Shakespeare, he died, didn't he?
He fucking did, didn't it?
He only had a vaccine 6 months ago. He's dead now. Brown bread. Silly old cunt. William Shakespeare. I mean, I always thought that was someone like going back a few centuries ago, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, 16th century.
Yeah, he was a famous bloke.
16th. I don't know. Fucking, I don't care.
And that fucking BBC reporter, radio host, wasn't it? Brown bread. Of course, you tell people about the adverse reactions. They think you're chatting out your fucking ass. Isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they don't even believe about. I spoke to someone the other day at the car boot sale, and this woman spoke up. She said, "I'm training to be a vaccinator." I said, "Have you heard about the yellow card system, report system?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what about the old?" adverse reactions. Oh, I don't believe then any of them. No, that's all rubbish, she said. So how is it going to pan out? Are we just going to be constantly in this sort of injection, lockdown, testing, injection, lockdown?
Listen to me. Can I just let me just tell you, right?
Tell me.
I absolutely know where you're coming from, right? When I first found out about 9/11, which were a couple of years after, and then I found rabbit hole and everything, I couldn't stop. No matter who I bumped into, I'd be telling him.
Bit like 80.
Eh?
Bit like 80.
Yeah. So I was telling everybody, but you get deep, you dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. But you've got to get to a point where things that are around you are more important, so you can strike a balance. I'm one of the few people who does one of these shows, does a show like
what
this.
You got to accept it how it is.
No, you aren't going to accept it how it is. You try to make it better. Oh, God, you speak English.
Up people. Okay.
You speak English?
Who, me? No. Of course I do.
Don't know what that fucker is. Pirate or something.
How am I going to make it? How am I going to make it better? What make the world better?
You know what? You've got to make your world better first before you make before all the rest of the world's better. You've got to be better. You've got to make yourself better. You are no good to anybody. Don't matter, because like you said, you go and you tell people things and they look at you like an idiot, because that's what they've been taught to do, right? To look at anybody that talking like that as an idiot. Right. So what you've got to do is you've got to get yourself out of that. You've got to get yourself out of that and work on yourself. Work on you. Work on what is it that makes me what is it? Ask yourself questions like, what is it that makes me think that I'm qualified to say these things to these people, or I'm morally bound to say these, or ask yourself questions, work yourself out. You've got to, because it will fuck your head up, and if you don't stop it, it'll completely take over. You'll lose all relationships. And look, I'm one of the few people in this game, and I've been in this game since about 2005, right? 2005, 6 or 4 or whatever. 2004. And I'm one of the few people I'm going to be getting in bed with my wife tonight, right? Because most people, it consumes them so much that they can't.
I'll be going to bed with my wife in a bit. I got a wife still.
Well, then you're good, but you don't do one of these shows, do you?
No, but I'm not totally losing it.
I'm not saying you're losing it. All I'm trying to say is you've got to work on yourself. You're no good to anybody else until you've got in a place where you can walk past somebody without going, oh, by the way, 7/7 were a conspiracy, or have you had your vaccine? Have you done this? Have you done that?
You're hearing me wrong, right? I don't exactly say this to everybody every day, right?
But you're
hearing me wrong. I'm just talking about separate incidents, right? I don't walk around shouting and bawling up the road, right? Going like it's all a conspiracy, right? I am a bit, cagey to who I speak to. But if someone approaches me and gives me stick, I'll defend myself. Right? Now, if you want people to fucking walk all over you, it's up to you. If you can live with someone giving you a hard time and you're just going to walk off, I've had a fucking enough of that. I've done all that all my life. Do you know that?
But if you approach them first, then then
I
they
always do
obviously
that.
don't want you. If it's getting into, I don't fucking get it. I walk past millions of people. I drive past fucking millions of people in me on me spaz wagon, and sometimes I'll say hello, and sometimes I won't. But I won't stop them and say, "Oh, by the way,
No,
you have
no,
had your
no.
vaccine," and start asking
Nor
if
do I.
you
Yeah, I was just, to be
question.
honest with you, I was just pissed off, and I thought I'd piss them off and ask them silly
But why?
questions, right?
Why would you? If you're pissed off, why would you want to make somebody else feel like you do? Like, if
Because
you
they're the
feel
fucking
bad, if
reason.
you
They're
feel
the reason I'm
bad,
pissed off.
why would you
They're
want
the reason.
to make
They're the reason
somebody
I'm
else
pissed
feel
off.
that way? I don't get that. That's not humanity.
All these old
That's just
people, like
revenge. You're
these
trying to
old
get
people are
revenge
the
on
worst.
people that you don't understand, and they don't
These
understand
old
you.
people are the worst, right? They're the worst, right? They seem to think like the government are there to help them and all that. They want them to live for another 100 years,
Oh no!
right?
Oh, how do you know? How do you know?
What?
Some come
Okay?
walk past you. How do you know?
Because that's what I
How do you
know.
know? You have to make contact with him, don't you?
Every old person I've ever spoke to. If you see them walking about now without no masks, why is that? Because they've had the savior drug, right? It's going to make them live forever, right? Because people don't die anymore, and if they do, it's from COVID, right? They got COVID on the brain, right? They think itchy ass is COVID, right? They better get a vaccine. And once they've had the vaccine, everything's hunky dory.
Like I said earlier on, I think your problem is you're misanthropic. You absolutely
Yeah,
hate
well, I don't
everybody.
understand big words. I'm a bit thick.
Well, misanthropic, is like misogynist. A misogynist hates women, a misandrist hates men, and a
Yeah.
misanthropic person
And I just don't like people.
hates humanity, hates everybody.
Yeah, they're all thick. That's why. They're watching the goggle box, right? They think it's like the bee's knees, God's honest truth, everything that comes out of it. I try telling people as well about the telly. They don't even get it. I know, right? I know what you're saying. I shouldn't say anything, but it's frustrating. And like Webby, when he come on the other night, he was on about there's nothing you can do, and it's all downhill, and that's how it reacts. Depressing, is it not?
No, it's not. It's not depressing. It's just somebody said. Your own
It is
your own
depressing.
reality. You control your own reality, don't you? You control where you are and what you're doing and what you're saying and where you live. You control that. Your own reality. Everybody does. Everybody controls their own reality. So it's not bad for everybody. Because for me, I don't care. I want I want it to go down. I want
No, I do
something to
as well.
grow.
When you were saying about how like it's coming to end. I don't want this to end. I don't want it to come to. I'm a bit. I might sound confusing, but I don't want it to end when they saying it's going to get back to normal on the 21st or whatever it is. Right? I don't want to. That's bad news for me. I want this to continue. I do. It sounds weird. I want it to continue so that it just. I suppose the more it continues, the more people are going to wake up. Is that how it works?
Well, look,
They got to wake up themselves, haven't they?
they've got to. You're right. They have got to. And if somebody
I
asks
did, and
you
you
something
did.
and then talk to them. But stop approaching people. For fuck's sake. Do you know what will fucking happen, won't it? It'll be fucking Raconteurs News listener. It's fucking walking around fucking wherever you live, Bristol, Harcliffe in it, something like that.
Ain't fucking Artcliffe.
Yeah, well, someone asked earlier on.
Artcliffe? No, I don't come from Artcliffe. No, I Keynsham. Keynsham.
From Cambridgeshire. There you go. That makes a lot of sense.
Keynsham.
Hey?
It's a place called Keynsham. It's just outside Bristol.
Oh, right. They all start saying, you know, over there in fucking, you know, Carrot Crunchers, Norwich and that. And
Fred Dibner.
yes, we know Fred Dibner. We love Fred Dibner on this channel.
Yeah, but did you live up by Bolton? You up by Bolton, ain't you?
No, I'm in Sheffield.
Sheffield's changed, hasn't it? Hey?
It certainly has. Anyway, listen, I'm going to bring this to an end because, well, I'm knackered and I'm only coming on to just to check whether it worked and everything. So
this video is banned.
Yeah, probably. So listen, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. I did it last minute. I just wanted to test this. I've got this, you know, it's been fucking giving me grief, and I wanted to test because I plugged it in now, so it's
Anyway,
into the.
Jason.
Into what?
Jason.
What?
I just want to say one last thing. Can I say one last thing?
Go on, then.
Jason. No, I was just saying sorry if I ruined your show. That's all.
You didn't ruin my show. Don't worry about it.
It wasn't
Listen, it were all right. It were all right. I wasn't going to do a show anyway, so.
I'll try and keep my mouth shut. All right.
Yeah, fucking well. Can you do that then?
And I appreciate the. I'll try and do that. Right. I like. This is why I talk. Like I do like to talk to truthers because I try to get, you know, a little bit of advice and try and take it, you know, under me wing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So thanks for that anyway. All right.
I know what you mean.
But I'm not bonkers.
Spanish Chicken says you on tomorrow, Jace. Yes, I am going to be on tomorrow about 9:30ish, I think. About somewhere around about 9:30. There's so many things in the chat room. If you want to get in touch with me, got some guests. If anybody want to get on, I'm fucking bored with guests. They're all crap. They all fucking say the same thing. They're all fucking. Not all of them.
Don't worry.
Not all of them. I weren't talking about you, COVID, because you're not really a guest. But you are. But you know what I mean. You weren't booked on. All right. Thanks very much. See you later, everybody. Ta-ra a bit.